You're in a live crowd, okay? You guys are to shout out and scream in the chat the name of the player you want to win this. You can boo the guy that, okay, maybe don't boo the guy, but you can scream over the intro of the other guy. But I want to hear who you guys are having, who you guys think is going to win this. If you think you've got a score prediction, let me know. If you just want to cheer on someone's name, let me know. If you just want to bitch about Protoss, let me know. Let's hear it, guys. Let's make the chat go fucking crazy as we introduce our players for our grand final best of 5. To the top right hand side, our yellow Protoss player from Ting. It is Neeb. Bottom left corner, red Zerg player from Kulash. It's Elazer. Has been playing so well so far throughout this tournament. Did lose out to Neeb in the group stages of this event, 0-2. Neeb has only dropped one map throughout the entire tournament. That was to U-Thermal in the group stages to a proxy factory play. Kinda crazy. Kind of crazy. Thank you so much, everyone who is going into that match arena page and using those coupon codes. Again, if you're enjoying the stream, hit that follow button as well. See when we go live again in the future. If you're really enjoying the stream, you can support us with subscribing, donating, cheering, whatever you fancy. It goes a long way to keep me as a full-time streamer and caster, bringing you guys daily StarCraft 2 content. If you have Twitch Prime, give it a click. You might say you can subscribe for free. We are 7 subs away from 200, which is our current goal to try and stabilize around. So, you could push us towards my dream go. You could make my dreams come true. Okay, I'm gonna shut up being so loud. Alright, you guys are cheering. USA, USA, EU, EU. So many Neebs coming through in the chat right now in Oddworld. 3, we got Naked Babe. USA from Tommy and G123. Elazer's coming through from Psychons and the Foils. Someone's cheering on Björn. Helix is cheering on, is booing Elazer. What's going on, Forza 8 Pro? They're not here. Lots of Elazers in the chat. Neebs. Oh my god, the chat actually is going crazy. I didn't actually think you guys were going to make the chat go as crazy as that. That is kind of mental. Neeb, Nerf Toss, Neeb. So many Neebs coming through. Quite a few Elazers too, though. It's a pretty even match amongst them. Thank you very much, Andyman, by the way, for the bits you've been cheering. Do appreciate, mate. Go, 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 kill, says Vert Angel. Go, go, Elazer, says Wari. Neebity, Neebled, Neeba, says Kaino. Die Protoss, die, says Musicus. Neeb, Neeb, Neeb from Nightlight, yo. Alright. Alright. Just hope they have a good time, says Reggie McFly, but he does think Neeb's going to take it 3-2. Dragon Soul thinking 3-2 as well. Neeb all day, says Atomic Archon. Alright, alright, alright. Well, the game is underway. We're 4 minutes in, and that means tech choices have been made. It's a scouted Dark Shrine here by Elazer. I mean, Neeb won't be too worried about this. This is a DT drop into Archon drop, which is a build which can get scouted, because the Archon drop is still going to be so good, and it's why this build has become a real staple in the matchup over the past year or so. And it really has been a year or so since it became a thing as we set up into this. And get ready, keep on going. And Immortal Cade, thank you very much for your Twitch Prime sub. The Skunk as well. That actually is back-to-back Twitch Prime subs right there. Kaboom, just like that. Thank you so much. 5 subs to 200. Thank you so much for subscribing with Twitch Prime. Let's see some Wardy Hearts in the chat for some new subscribers, guys. Thank you very much for the support. Do appreciate. Ling's going to pull on back here as we do see the first DTs into the main. There is a lair up, but the Overseer isn't here just yet, so Neeb is going to make the most of it. He's going to start picking away at some units for free, but he doesn't stick around for too long because the Queens are on top of his Prism. He can't afford the DTs to get taken down. He can't afford to lose the Prism, which would lead to the DTs getting taken down. Because now Archon's going to morph into the main. He actually puts the Warp Prism into Warp-In mode. And Elazer doesn't see this. He doesn't know those Archons are just there right now. As we are going to be seeing the Archons finishing up, and they'll be looking to do some damage while the Hydra Den coming down here from Elazer. He's getting set up into his Hydras already. No Bane Nest. Maybe some aggressive Ling Hydra here, as here we go. Zealots and Archons coming into the mineral line, coming into the base, and they're already going to look to do some damage here. The Lings will struggle because of the splash of the Archons. The Prism will look to warp in more potentially here. Might just actually try and elevate her out. You'll be able to get all those units out there, and he will grab himself an Overlord in the process. Overlord goes down. No transfuse from the Queen. Could have maybe come in to save it there. He could have maybe just about moved through. Archon still gathering up together. More Zealots warping in here as well, as we're going to be seeing Lings, Queens getting ready to come in and try and fight against this right now. Still tough, but Hydra's on the way, and that will make this so much easier. As we see a couple of Hydras here. Oh, well, they obviously want to run away on their own. 2 Hydras are not going to have a great time. Lings coming in, though, and the Archon's having to micro against it. Archon's being pulled backwards, as we expect to see. Queens are not able to get in range of the Prism. And as the Link Gazelles go down, the Archons will just lift up, back away, and fight again. Another day. Charge on the way up. Sentries coming out. Hydras are on the way as well. Crazy stuff going down. Foils, thank you very much for subscribing, as well as the proper talent. Holy shit, the sub train is legit right now. Thank you so much, guys. Get some more Wardy Hearts in the chat. Let's just make it a train of Wardy Hearts in here for these subs. Thank you so much, guys. I'll give you a proper shout out at the end of the game when it's calmed down a bit. But this game is a little bit crazy right now. If the Archon's still on the map, some Zerglings moving across the counter, anything can happen. A Dropper Lord coming in as well as a Elazer. They're still only on 52 workers, making Ling Hydra looking as though he's going to get super hyper aggressive here in the next few moments. Stand up towards us. See the 4th hatchery to the left-hand side getting set up as well. Kronos with the Twitch Prime sub too. Dude, thank you so much. 2 subs away from 200. You guys are insane. Thank you so much for the support, guys. Do appreciate. Let's keep those Wardy Hearts rolling in the chat. You don't got Wardy Hearts, throw in some normal hearts. You don't got normal hearts, find a heart. It's not hard. Elazer goes in towards the main base in a moment or two. Hydra's gathering together. It's all about the aggression, the push here from Elazer. He's down on workers because he wants to be down on workers. He wants to commit to units and really try and kill Neeb with some aggression in the near future. Dropper Lord's coming over. He's going to take down these rocks to make access to the other side of the map easier so he can continue to attack, continue to push here. In the next few moments, Archon, Zeld, Sentries, and Immortal gathering up together, and Neeb is pushing into the middle of the map as this massive counterattack is heading on to the other side, and that's not good for Neeb at all. Lings run into this mineral island already. Neeb in a little bit of trouble here as multiple workers are dropping. Mid-map, Neeb's actually caught completely out of position, and Neeb is losing absolutely everything. GG, Elazer has caught Neeb out of position, and Elazer takes game number 1. Can't say it enough. You guys are awesome. You guys are the reason I'm here. Bring you guys StarCraft content. You guys are the reason I'm here to bring you guys StarCraft content all the time. Does Wardy normally stream EU times or NA, if that makes sense? I stream kind of whatever the action, you know, wherever the action is, whatever the game's off. There's NA events. I guess most of our stuff is kind of EU daytime, EU evening. Kind of a mix between those, but we do stream NA sometimes. Actually, at night I tend to stream some non-StarCraft stuff a bit more, so kind of crazy stuff. Okay, guys, you keep spamming hearts. I can see you spamming them. You keep doing that. You keep being awesome. But also, why don't we spam some support for this guy in the top left-hand side? Because he is down 1-0 in this best of 5. He needs your cheers to keep him going. It's late for him. It's real late. He's playing from Korea. It's like, what, 2, 3 a.m.? It's definitely not early. Well, it could be early. It'll be early soon. Guys, let's see some love in the chat for Ting's Neeb to the top left in yellow. Can he Protoss his way to a 1-1 standing right now? It's just a best of 5 this final. Let's see what else is going to happen. Bottom right, Red Zerg play from Q-Lash. Give it up if you're cheering on Elazer. Witchnest Monster with the Twitch Prime sub. Moon SC with the Twitch Prime sub. What's going on? Dudes, thank you so much. Again, I can't say anything else apart from thank you so much. The sub hype train, whatever this is right now, is absolutely crazy. Let's see some more love in the chat, please, for some new subs once again. Guys, putting that Twitch Prime to use. Like I said, if you got that Twitch Prime, give it a click. You never know when you got that free sub available. It goes a long way. Thank you so much, guys. Do appreciate it all. Sub train's fucking insane right now. Holy shit. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Thank you guys again. Thank you very much. As we set up into Neeb and Elazer, maybe I should take a moment to just sort of, maybe I should just take like a little moment to chill a little bit and just sort of, you know, get my voice ready. We do have potentially 4 more games coming through right here. Whew, I was, you know, some people throughout the day were like, "What, you're being very quiet and boring today." I was making sure I had the energy to go through a full 6 best of 5s, especially when Snoot opened the day with like a, "Hey, we're just gonna play like a 2-hour best of 5 that was only 4 games." You know, it's it was pretty crazy. So I was making sure to try and save my voice, save the energy, get it ready, get it rolling for right now in the finals when it really matters. These openings here, Stargate on the way up, Link Speed and Pneumatized Carapace coming through as well. You guys going crazy in the chat for Neeb, Delirium, the Skunk. A whole bunch of you guys are missed already because the chat's moving quickly. Maples cheering on Neeb, Oddworld, Snarro35 on the Neeb hype. Yeah, Elazer says Manatipsy. Elazer from Dragon Soul as well. Lots of Elazers coming through when Elazer's introduced. I like the energy in the chat, guys. I love it. You guys are giving me energy right now. That's how it works. You know when you like people do a show or something and they're like, you guys are giving me energy. You guys are literally giving me energy, right? I see you guys hyped. I'm hyped. Let's keep this rolling. Let's keep the StarCraft going. Hooray for both players. Says someone, is that Hat Simulator? I can't read it. The white Twitch name on my right background, it doesn't work. It doesn't work, but hooray for both players. That's some nice general positivity, isn't it? Neeb gonna move on out here with this Oracle towards the lower right hand side. Look to see what he can do in the early stages of opening up in this game number 2. What do you expect from Elazer on Odyssey? Well, again, that Lingbane Hydra can be so powerful. The 4th base is a little bit away from the 3rd, and it's very easy to interject yourself up this ramp, up that ramp here, and all of a sudden you're between the natural and 3rd, natural and 4th, all over the place, and it really can become so difficult for the pros to position themselves correctly in a situation like that. Now, Neeb's first Oracle hasn't done too much here. 0 kills, a little bit of damage from a Queen. We see some Adepts coming over. They're going to join in the fight in the next few moments. They're going to look to try and get some damage done as well. Let's see what they can get up to. Oracle nibbling away a couple of drones, and we do see 2 kills on that Oracle as it backs away up the right-hand side. And again, more Adepts just shading on forwards here as these Zerglings try and see what they can do. That's enough to scare Neeb away right now. Obviously, the Adept vision when shading isn't that great anymore. And so you really have to be relying on your sort of senses in a way. You have to sort of feel it. Like, do I feel like there's units there or do I not? And I think a lot of the time it is just better to not shade in than to shade in. You know, if you're going to threaten to shade in, you're already dealing the damage in terms of forcing units out. And it just causes you, you have to be a bit more careful and maybe you don't get as much damage done as you could. But the odds are it's a better decision most of the time, I think. Elazer going to make EU great again, says Musicus. Well, he's 1-0 up. He's on his way. He's on his way. Take my energy, Woody, says Baneburst. Mate, it's already taken. You didn't realize when you joined this stream, I actually taxed all of your energy. In about an hour or 2 from now, you're going to completely crash into it. You're going to be like, oh my god, like, no energy left. You're going to be like grabbing Red Bulls. It's not going to change anything because I've just taking it all out of you guys. Arrgh. Alright, drone goes down here and a couple more drones going down as well. 3 workers picked off in these early stages. Stargate, the second one finishing up, and oh guys, oh boys, oh girls, oh gentlemen, oh ladies, I don't know what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is it's Oracle time, baby. Oracles are on the way up. Now this has become the meta as of late as Neeb continues to deny the gold base. No cancel. That's a kill right there. And that's 300 minerals down the drain for Elazer and the lack of a 4th base, sorry. Revelation comes down on the main, and as these Oracles, well, gather up in numbers, Neeb will be applying a lot of pressure. He'll be really delaying and denying what Elazer can do here. And just making Elazer's life a little bit more difficult in general too. Forge on the way up, Twilight Council on the way up, so you will transition out of this into most likely charge lots, as well as the +1 attack upgrade, and then eventually move into just kind of charge up Mortal Archon. But those Oracles in the sky, they can get so much done. They really can. They're going to be so powerful. In fact, I don't even know what's happened in this game, but Neeb is at 125 supply to Elazer's 97. I mean, Elazer hasn't lost that much, but why on earth would he be this far behind in supply? Queens are taking some damage. The Oracle's already finding an opportunity to fight here. And as you can see, these Queens are not standing much of a chance at all. The Void Ray joined the fun. Did lose a few Oracles there, but gets rid of a lot of the Queens. Going to be seeing Zerglings running around for a counterattack. Just can't quite figure out, put my finger on why exactly Elazer's just fallen so far behind all of a sudden. +1 on the way up, charge on the way up as well from Neeb here, continuing those upgrades, keeping those rolling in. Oracles continue coming out, a couple more Infestors, the Hydras finally coming into play, and they will be great against the Oracles, of course. And that's actually one of the negative things about having already used up, I think, some of these, haven't used up, I say used up, haven't used some of these Oracles. We haven't used up some of these Oracles, it's, it makes it less possible to kind of catch the Hydras off guard with not enough Hydras in one place, right? So, Neeb must have really believed that killing those Queens was very, very much so worthwhile previously. Not that I think Neeb needs to catch his opponent out with the Oracle number versus Hydra number at the moment, because we are in this position where Neeb has got the transition already well underway. +1's halfway done, charge halfway done. The only thing I'm really missing here is maybe a robo facility. Well, yeah, I guess a 10 block has 2. He's actually just going kind of Oracle and Mass Gates right now, so maybe we just see a charge on Oracle attack. That's something we could very well see here. Lurker Den on the way down from Elazer, and I do like that. Do you feel as though that's a way to shut down kind of what Neeb's heading for right now, though he needs to make sure he still doesn't use up enough too many Hydras making lurkers, because if he does that, then all of a sudden we're in this situation where lurkers, where the lurkers are just going to die to the oracles, Poor face trying to come up again here from Elazer, but guess what? Neeb says, nuh-uh, it's oracle time, baby, and he will give up 1 or 2 oracles to be able to kill this gold base for the second time around. Again, the denies on this gold is absolutely insane. The more that Neeb does it, the worse the position Elazer gets into moving forwards here. Oh, but that's a big fungal growth. That's a good catch on these oracles, and that's going to be a lot of them going down to these Hydralisks. What a catch here by Elazer. Gets rid of 5 or 6 of those oracles. I mean, he cannot be... he's got to be pretty happy about that, I think you got to say. Well, the Kaden going to be finishing in a moment or two. +2 missile attack is about halfway done. More oracles continue to pour on out here. The Zealots of Neeb coming through the south side. Also looking to see what they can do in the next few moments. Also looking to see what the next sort of stage of this is going to be. I like this. The Zealots just counter-attacking, and Elazer right now does not really going to be able to... Elazer doesn't really have anything in position, so he has to pull back his entire army from across the map. And that is very painful. Neeb maxed out. Still just building oracles, I have to say. It's a lot more oracles than I really thought it was going to be. A couple of changes of Elazer caught in those stasis wards early. And you'll see the Hydras finally cleaning up this attack. Only 3 drones going down. Elazer finally is set up towards his gold base. Crazy stuff. We're just gathering together in the center then right now. Lurkers are pushing on forwards. And everything is starting to get rolling here, as we're going to be seeing. Again, the Oracle's just moving around. And, I mean, the stasis ward's already catching a couple of these Lurkers, though. Just be careful. What else is there actually up for Neeb right now? 24 Zealots. Wow. So he really is all in on these kind of Oracles and Zealots. Oracle Zealot complete commitment right here. So you're going to see the Hydras pushing forwards. Well, I mean, the Oracle's flying on in. They're going to start to work their way through these Hydralisks. Fungal comes down. I don't really know how this is going because the Zealots are charging in too. The Oracles look as though they're going to survive in the sky. There's a few Hydras left, a couple Queens. Circling's remaxing across, or rebuilding and running across the map. The Lurkers stick around here. More Oracles on the way up. I don't really know... I have no analysis for this situation, I'm not going to lie. I've got nothing. I've really got nothing for you guys. Like, was that good? Was that bad? It was just crazy, right? Like, Oracles went down, but so did all the Hydras, and the Lurkers are left, but they're not doing anything. Now these Oracles are going to come in. They will finish off a few of these Lurkers. Professor Terran's going to come down and try and protect, and well, the Lurkers are going to be pushed away. A couple of Transfusers are going to come in. He has 3 Lurker kills before he has to back away here. More Hydras coming in as well, though, now. Neeb, what does he have again on the map? 12 Zealots, 6 Oracles, 1 Void Ray. I'm not actually sure how this goes. I'm not sure where we go from here. Lurkers are currently working their way through a couple of these gateways. Zealots going to be coming in from the right-hand side. Time Warp goes down just before the MSC goes down. Here you go, time to fight once again. Revelation drops. The Oracles don't have much energy. Single Fungal Growth comes in. The Zealots get a good surround though from the left and the right. And that's the cleanup this time around. Even the Infestors in a little bit of trouble. No, there's no Revelation on them. But the Zealots get charged back. They will chase down these Hydras. Elazer knows that that's going to be about it. GG's. He's lost too much this time around. It's a much better cleanup from. Count is going off the fucking charts. The hype in the room is going insane. The sub-train was mental. What is even happening? It's fucking crazy tonight. We've got at least 2 more games. Can we break 3,000 viewers? I tell you what, here's the deal. No more ad breaks. From here on out, pure fucking hype until the end of this match, okay? Pure hype. No breaks, no chill. We're going all out. We're going to hit 3K viewers. I'm telling you guys. You guys are going to go tell your friends. You guys are going to go get your iPads and put it on the stream. We're going to make it. Maybe. Insane viewership, though, gotta say, it's absolutely crazy. Thank you for all the support today, guys. Thank you to OSC for the OSC Masters Cup number 100. Without those guys having made 99 events before this one, we wouldn't have had this one. Pleasure to be here bringing you guys the action. Just before I intro the play, there's a fast Rotron. BTSAO, I see your donation. Shout you out after this game because we do have aggression coming up here in the early stages. Bottom right hand side from Ting, it's our yellow Protoss player. Give it up if you're cheering on Neeb. He's up against the red Zerg to the top left from Q-Lash. It's Elazer. Roach Roaring is down. 5 roaches are on the way up. And we are setting up into the early stages of game number 3 with nothing but aggression on the mind of our Zerg here as we enter this third game. Elazer. Evil Chamber coming down as well. He's looking for a couple of Dropper Lords. Looking to see what else he can do. Lings to the right-hand side. And we get set up, ready to roll. So, Neeb, what's he seeing so far? Across the map, he saw this kind of weird base. Didn't really see too much else so far in the early stages. A few roaches coming all the way around the right. It's gathering together. The drop lord will be here, so a little bit of aggression into the main. Extra gates coming up, though. Neeb definitely knows something is up, man. He's gone into 3 gates early. He's just looking to make units. Mothership core at the front. Extra pylons at the front, too. Neeb is really kind of just waiting. He's been waiting for this moment, it feels like. There's sentries on the wrong side of the wall, however, and that's not too brilliant. As we're going to be seeing this Overlord here will be lifting up a few more units in the next few moments as well. And this pylon about to go down. It does power one of the 3 gates that's up in the game at the moment. Neeb in an all-or-nothing defense right now. He's 20 workers ahead. Might even be worth pulling some workers into this to pick away at those roaches just to help him stay alive. Stalkers coming into play will help a bit more against the roaches, especially the adepts. Don't do as much damage to those roaches here as we're going to see the Stalkers, though. And they'll pick away, and they have that kite ability, the Stalkers, you know. Ravager pops out of that Overlord. It's a little bit funny there. We see more pylons over here. Once that extra warp gate, of course, down in the low ground, another gateway is finished. Neeb yet to warp it into a warp gate, though. Feels as though this is a defense, right? He's going to get rid of the Overlord. The Ravager's going to go down very soon, and Elazer will not have an answer to Neeb, just shutting him down right then and there for 2-1 victory. Go for SC2. Another week of action coming your way just tomorrow. Might be the only quiet today. By the way, guys, if you did subscribe and you want the replay pack, obviously I'm not able to send it out to all of you guys right now, but if you want it, send me a whisper on Twitch. /W space Wardy, my Twitch name, space just hi, I want the replay pack. I'll send you 250 plus replays right into your Twitch whispers as soon as the stream is over. So if you want that replay pack, just send me a whisper. If you're a new sub, if you're already subscribed, you should already have it in your Twitch inbox, but if you don't, send me a whisper as well. We'll get you those replays. You also get replays for the rest of the month if you do subscribe, obviously. So do check all of that out if you want to continue to support the channel. Obviously subscribe and support as well. And obviously Wednesday is sub night, which means we'll do a little sub tournament, so you'll be able to do that. And yeah, a little sub tournament for you guys to play. Usually we put on a small little prize pool, a little bit of fun, and then we'll be playing some, you know, fun games afterwards as well. Usually we do some free-for-all, some arcade. That sort of stuff is going to be the plan for Wednesday night. Hopefully you guys are down and interested, and that'll be sub night. Obviously it's open to viewers as well if we don't have enough subs, so you're more than welcome to come in outside of the tournament part. So check that out on Wednesday. Let's talk about these players. Top left side from Ting on Ascension to Aya. He's on match point, tournament points. The yellow Protoss player is Neeb. His opponent, bottom right-hand side, is the red Zerg, representing Q-Lash. It's Elazer. He caught Neeb out of position in map number 1. He took advantage and he won the game just like that. In game number 2, Elazer just didn't get going. He was behind early somehow. I don't really know how. He just stayed behind. Game 3, his all-in didn't work, and here we are in game 4, waiting to see what his choice is to try and make this a 5-game series. Bush J coming with the Cheer 1000 in the chat. Awesome cast, super hypoo. Dude, thank you so much for the Cheer 1000. There's some Wardy hearts up in here for Bush J. Holy crap. You guys have been insane today. Subs galore, cheers, donations. It's going really crazy. It's going really crazy. Does Wardy play SC2? I try to, but not when I have a broken wrist, sadly. Believe it or not, it's a bit difficult. Let's see some love in the chat for OSC and the Cheer 1000. Do appreciate. As we set on up into game number 4. Stalker poking away at the Overlord. Hypnotized Carapace coming up here early from Elazer. He's one of these players that does like to invest into this in the early games EVP. I remember I was casting a several game or something at Home Story Cup, and he says, I don't understand why Zergs would not get Pneumatized Carapace early, because it's just so good. You're going to get it later to drop anyways. Sure, it may delay a queen, but you get so much information. You're going to be completely safe. You've got it up early. It really doesn't slow you down that much. It's just worthwhile. So no surprise to see him continuously getting that Pneumatized Carapace up. Of course, apart from when he went for the all-in, then it makes a bit more sense not to get it. As we set up towards this and see how we continue on. Gateway on the way up as well. Stalker just filling the hole in the wall. Lings from Elazer coming on back towards the bottom right hand side, and yeah, and Elazer just over here as well. Hatchery, third hatch is up. I mean, everything's looking good for him so far. An Evo Chamber will be just kind of coming into play as well. I mean, that's also fairly standard, I would say. An Evo Chamber coming through allows him to go into +1 melee nice and early. We might just see a nice standard Ling Bane kind of Hydra based game out of Elazer. We haven't seen that yet. We've seen kind of aggressive Ling Hydra for 50 workers. We haven't seen, you know, we've seen so much. It's been kind of mental. But we just haven't seen the most standard of gameplays, which is melee upgrade, going in towards Ling Bane Hydra rather than Ling Hydra, which is a bit more all-in off of less drones. Ling Bane Hydra can be all-in as well. If you go on few drones, but Ling Hydra is almost always kind of a bit more all-in, a bit more aggressive. Let's see the hallucinated Phoenix here, just going to be flying on through the bases, looking to see what's up. Overlord here from the Elazer, taking a few shots from the hallucination, but believe it or not, it doesn't actually take any damage. So hallucination gets cleaned on out, and again, Lair is on the way up from Elazer too, so getting this set up and ready. Immortal on the way out from Neeb already. He's just got his 3 bases up. Immortal with a few sentries. Gonna be very safe over here. An Observer as well. No Warp Prism otherwise we might have been looking towards a bit of a push across the map. And you see that +1 melee upgrade. Now halfway done from Elazer, again opening up his opportunities and his composition for the later stages of this game. Overlord flies in over the sentries, does go down. We will see a bit of a push towards from Neeb. He has the recall available in the Mothership core, so he is going to be able to use that to keep himself alive and out of trouble, while just trying to force some more units. I love the double Ling run by though. One at the main natural expansion, one at the third, and well, Neeb just going to rely on Warpins to deal with this. A pylon behind here, the Adept doesn't quite shade behind the wall. A little bit of a shame. We're just going to be seeing those Lings continue to fight here. Still pushing forwards, Neeb really looking to force units out of his opponent right now, pushing on forwards, seeing what he can get out of this. As we do see Overlord taking a little bit more damage, a couple Lings going down there as well. Again, just going to be seeing these creep tumors continuing to be picked away at. The Queen's picking away at that hallucinated Phoenix up in the skies. You're going to see some Bane drops loading up now as well. That's Elazer's way to try and get damage done around the map. It's really effective as well, and it's something the Zerg players always... I was also told, I think Elazer always also told me this at Home Story Cup when I was casting with. It's amazing what you learn when you cast with pro players. He said, I think one of the most important things as EVP is being a distraction. You know, if you allow the pros player to hit the perfect force fields and to be able to, you know, dictate the engagements, you're going to have a tough time. If you're dropping while also creating the fight, you know, if you're kind of causing a fight while also harassing and dropping elsewhere on the map and they're looking all over the place, you can create better fights and better opportunities for yourself, plus you do that damage as well. And with Ling Bane Hydra, that sort of extra damage is so important too, because it's the sort of composition that you trade with and you keep trading with, and so to really have success, you need to slow down the Protoss player, and to do that, you need to pick away at a whole bunch of those probes, you know? So it all kind of adds up together. Elazer actually really kind of... it's insane how much insight Elazer gave me. I casted like 1 best of 5 with him at Home Story Cup, and the insight, I just learned so much. It was mental. Mental. Insane. Madness. So many words. Alright, well, Ling drop into the main base for now. It is Oracle play again by Neeb, by the way. Multiple Stargates, and you'll start using these Oracles to defend. Not sure if Elazer will want to continue being aggressive against this now, then. It isn't really the sort of composition you get aggressive against. It's the sort of composition you build up into larger numbers with, and then you sort of, you know, try and fight against it. These Stalkers walk past this Overlord, and so this is going to be damage done. Bane has dropped, 6 workers killed already. The rest will pull away. 2 more Banes still in there, and he'll just move that Overlord around to keep distracting Neeb and keep on trying to find further damage in the near future. He's going to drop on here as well. It's going to be 12 workers total, so 6 workers from both pairs of Banes. Now, that's not bad. Neeb getting slowed down a little bit. And Bane Hydra mid-map, as we are going to be seeing. These Oracles. Goes down a Revelation. 4th base dropping down from Neeb here as well. So again, that 4th Nexus up and rolling. I think this Hydra is still getting ready to push through the center of the map as well. +2 melee coming down on the Evolution Chamber here. Again, that's set up and ready to roll. And again, just status swords all over the shop right now to get Neeb set up into this position. Looking good for him. Banes, Hydras, a few Lings spreading themselves out. Elazer wants to get aggressive now. He feels like he's got enough Hydras to go in and fight this. Double overcharge will defend the Bane drop over here. Only 2 workers killed this time around. There's Elazer getting set up, man. There's so many status wars, though. I think he has to be so much more careful of them than he is maybe being right now. It's going to be all of his Banelings caught up, or at least half of his Banelings caught up right now. More of them coming from the back. Going to continue to push on through. He might still be able to break the 4th base, though. The sheer number of Hydralists here is going to be able to take it down. Elazer, 4th base of Neeb is taken down, and now he pushes himself into a better and better position. Infestation pit of Elazer on the way up. Recall, recall? You guys call him out recall in the chat. It's getting me confused. Oracles, the left-hand side are setting up as well. There's no status swords here just yet. You see these Hydras, Banes, and also starting to push on forwards. A couple of Banes leading the charge, and they do start to connect into a few of those Zealots. That's exactly what you want with the Banelings. Clean out the Zealots so the Hydras can focus on everything else. I think Neeb's in trouble here. This was not the fight he was looking for. There's so many Hydras to fight those Oracles, and they are going to melt. The Hydras are not doing their usual disappearing act, which is so often was what happens when the Oracles come on forwards. They are going to clean up pretty much all these Oracles, 15 workers too. And even if all of these Hydras go down here, he's killed every single Oracle, he's killed 17 workers, and he's just rebuilding 14 more Hydras already. Ling's coming over. He saves a few of these Hydras, turns around to get rid of that last Zealot, which is chasing him. Right now, Elazer is giving us the opportunity to maybe see a game number 5 in this series. Lings come in, we're going to see Stalker surrounded. I think this is Neeb in trouble. He's going to lose so much to these Zerglings alone. The +2 melee getting to work here. A Stalker, a Sentry, and an Immortal remain. Sounds like the beginning of a bad joke, but it isn't. Well, I guess the bad joke is that Neeb's in trouble in this game. Half the supply of his opponent, 82 to 163. 85 to 163, 30 army to 91. Neeb and Elazer setting up here. Some Oracles going to go to the right-hand side. Neeb will see what he can do. The Queens push in, and the Oracles get pushed up. More Lings over to the left-hand side now, looking to see what else they can do. They're going to run on towards the Immortal, the Sentry here. Going to be in trouble again. There's just so many units from Elazer. I see you guys in the chat asking for a 5th game. You're going to get it. Elazer ties it up 2-2. We're going to a 5th and final game to finish off Game 5 of this entire tournament. Well, Game 5 of this series. Final game of this entire tournament. What a crazy few days, guys. The viewership for this event, and I'm not just making this up, I don't really say this all the time, but the viewership for this event has been off the charts. Like, really off the charts. I know it's because obviously some of your favorite players are here. You guys should get real excited for September, by the way. We have some really exciting news coming up. We're going to have such a good set of streams throughout September. I told you what's coming up for the next week. Just you wait until you hear what's happening next week, and the week after, and the week after. Even I can't quite believe what's going to be happening for the next 3 or 4 weeks. Like September 2017. It's going to be fucking crazy if you're a Wardy fan. It's fucking crazy for me, and I'm Wardy. Left-hand side, Yellow Protoss, Tings Neeb. 2-2 now against the Red Zerg. Top right from Kulash, it's Elazer. What's up, Widow Mines? Says Wardy, love you long time, love you long time too. Love you all long time. Hatch gas pool, the opening here from Elazer in the early stages. Setting on up and looking to see how things will go as we set up into this, build into game number 5. I mean, again, we couldn't have asked for much more. We really couldn't have. This has been such an incredible tournament. The group stages were insane. The qualifiers were pretty awesome as well. This entire event has just been straight up flipping amazing. So, again, huge shout out to OSC. Do appreciate them for, do appreciate the organization giving us this event to bring you guys as a celebration for their 100th Masters Cup event. Crazy stuff. I know what it means to get to 100 tournaments. I haven't actually done it in a single event, but in terms of weekly events, the SC2 Improved Weekly has about 80 or so editions, and the WardiTV Weekly has about 15 or 20, if you include the season finals. So I can imagine the importance of it. It's really awesome that they celebrated it with such a large event, you know. Crazy stuff. What's my next tournament to cast? So this week's a little strange. Tomorrow I probably don't have much to cast. Wednesday I'm going to be doing Sub Night, which is where we have a little bit of a sub tournament. Thursday we're going to be casting a WardiTV weekly event, which is a $100 cup. Friday and Saturday we're going to cast WCS Montreal as a community stream. And then Sunday we cast Go for SC2 prior to WCS Montreal. So that is our week of action ahead. Things to be coming up. New Tez Carapace again. We've discussed it in the previous games. He loves to get this, and he's doing it once again. It's going to be a bit of a ginger from Neeb. He's going to open the Resonating Glaives. Resonating Glaives opening. So getting that up. Chrono boosting it out. A couple of extra gates coming down. Another pylon just going to be placed here behind the front. And the Overlord of Elazer just flying on through towards the natural. Another flying on through in towards the main. Robo will be the follow-up here as well, setting up towards this, and as Elazer gets up to his 3 hatcheries. The first 4 minutes, 5 minutes are going to be very slow and standard. First real action will be these Adepts, which are very shortly here going to get ready to run across the map and cause chaos. 3 gates up. 4th gate being added on. I wonder if Neeb plays 2 base here or just plays heavy 2 base before a 3rd. 3 more Adepts then. 7 of them will move across the map very shortly. Elazer already of Zerglings on the way to set up against this. Dark Ones with the Cheer 1000 as well, just before these Adepts get across the map. No message attached to the Cheer, but thank you very much for the Cheer 1000. Boom. The Bit Boss once again, although only with 100 health. Thank you very much for the Cheer 1000. Get some love in the chat, please, with Dark Ones. Thank you very much for the support, man. Do appreciate. Adepts gonna shade on over here, and they do commit. Lings will surround, but I mean, Adepts have glaives, yo. And these Adepts with glaives are gonna be able to work their way through those Lings, and now the drones under fire as well. 3 drones already going down. Adepts gonna threaten to shade away. They might just stay over here. They'll probably shade away, right? Nothing in the natural expansion, and Elazer, his initial Lings have not been enough to deal with this. Is this tournament gonna end just on the back of some very simplistic Adept pressure? And Elazer's been caught with his pants down here, and while the Adepts will shade away, the repercussions of that will sting throughout the rest of Elazer's game. Down in workers at this stage, that will hurt him a few minutes from now, and then a few minutes from then as well. 4 Adepts load up into the Prism. Neeb is actually full on 2 base now. We said it might be a possibility, and he is. 4 extra gates going down for 8 gates total. There's a Templar Archives here, so you can warp in Archons with this as well. Obviously, warp in High Templar and make an Archon. And some Banes on the way up. They're actually going into Dropper Lords. There isn't anything to target down the Dropper Lords, so this could be intriguing the way this works out. As here we go, the Adepts into the main base. Neeb looking to end this early. Elazer needing to find a way to defend against it. Is moving around, looking for the engagement right here. As you're going to be seeing the Adepts are going to be in trouble in a moment. The Banes don't know whether to drop or not. They will drop, and the Adepts are kind of stacked up. Some nice micro on the Prism, though, will allow him to spread them out a bit more easily. And the Archon saved as well. 9 drones already killed here, as there is Adepts that shaded down to the low ground too. Now we're going to see more Adepts warping on in. Banes do try and come in to save the day. Prism has to back away with this Archon inside it as Elazer cleans on up, but playing against a 2-base all-in for 14 worker deficit, it's unsustainable over time. More High Templar, more Adepts. The 8 gates are in play now, and Neeb needs to make sure he's using all of them to make these follow-up attacks as powerful as possible. More Adepts warping on in, 10 more Zerglings being produced. And it is going to be Neeb to push on forwards in the next few moments. Queens up in this Overlord are going to actually try and hunt down the Warp Prism here as the two Archons go into the main. The Adepts don't shade, and Neeb will actually transition now into a third Nexus. To be fair, the worker count is at the point where he actually realistically can. 22 workers ahead as he kills 6 more with these Archon drops. Neeb is continuing to do so much damage with this right now. However, Ling run by into the main, and Elazer may get himself back on the board a little bit with this, but I mean, Adepts already warped in, and these Lings cannot realistically fight against too many Adepts here. And even if he fights, gets rid of the Adepts, there's not going to be many Lings left to fight against the probes and to do the damage which he really needs to get done. Adepts moving around different mineral lines here. Natural expansion under fire. The Archons in the main base yet again. Elazer's supply is slipping away from his own grasp. He can't even just keep it up with Neeb right now, as we see drones are still stacked. And okay, the Archons are going to go down. It looks as though the Prism did get caught and did get cleaned out. But man, for 15 workers, I don't think Neeb is going to be too upset for losing the Archons and the Warp Prism. They did so much before those 15 workers as well. And now Neeb is really just in killer position mode. Another Warp Prism on the way, but I imagine that these Adepts and Archons together will move forwards and will just attack in to see what else they can get up to. We move in towards the middle. We see these Lings coming across, trying to do a little bit more damage. Comes in the Prism again. A little bit of a drop over here. It's the Queen drop to try and deal damage to the mineral line, which is not kind of too normal. Lucifer will actually get taken down here in a moment. It will just not fall. Being transfused doesn't get it because he's busy back at home. Adepts in his mineral lines. Meanwhile, Ling's dropping over here. Well, Adepts deal with that. These Adepts are unanswered. The Queens will deal damage, sure, but there's only 2 left. Feedback came in on one of them. Nice little warping of a Templar there. Now Archons into the main base too. While Elazer kills 2 workers, Neeb has killed 9. And it looks as though Neeb really is looking to be the OSC Masters Cup number 100 champion. He lost 1 map before the finals. Elazer took him to 5 games. But it is not enough. GG's, and Neeb is the victor.